I'm feeling a little sentimental. I'm looking back at everything I've been through and all the things I had a chance to create. And I'm looking at how quickly I want to make sure you can hear me. I said I was feeling sentimental and I had a chance to look back at all the things I had a chance to create. And they're amazing things, they're beautiful things, they're bittersweet, they're a view on life that would make anyone cry. And the life that I lived was epic. It had heartbreak. It had danger. It had suffering. It had struggling. It had wins. It had losses. It had friends and family. It had betrayals. It had endings and beginnings. It had amazing characters. And it was mostly just the story of a young boy that saw a world that he was in and stopped at nothing to try to make it happen. Something. We're gonna just ride around, man. I thought it was me that was coming up with it, but something in the back, something just hit the back of my mind and said that showed me I deserve what I deserve in life because of what I've given life. So we're just gonna smoke a cigarette and ride around. Because look, I'm free. I finally made it. Through the hard work of others that donated, I finally got enough to buy a nice phone and service so I don't have to be confined to one space. And we can go live. I can go live and we can drive around. We can ride around. Which is a first in years. Down to the most. No. Biking has gotten so easy, it's like I'm walking. But I'm going 20 miles an hour. It's like I'm floating. I love how mad I make the town. All the people that I grew up with go to their apartment, they play stupid games and they struggle and they suffer. They just go back and forth every day to do the same things. They grind, they play video games, they save their money. I go into communities where I don't know anyone at all. And the people here have horrible issues. I become the target for their issues, and I fight entire communities. I make people inspired. I go through battle with strangers. I help strangers I've never met get through their problems. We go through war zones together. I ride into battle in places that I've never been with people that I've never met. And I make people mad, I make people question themselves, I make people try harder in life. I fight off paradigms of cultures I'm not a part of, and I restructure it in my image based off my relationships. I humble cops. tell you, this is one of the worst places. Man, it sucks. I'm not a fan. I think you're all robots. Don't you think it could be so much better? If the dollar store is open. It's 9:52. It closes at 9. Hannaford's is probably closed. It's getting cold. The nights are getting to 30 degrees now, consistently. What do I have on charge? 34. Look, the phone is nice. It doesn't drain the battery. That's it, I know. Let's go over here. Where's everybody this Saturday? It's a hard watch. You can storm through Hannaford's. I'm sure it's closed. I just want to stand over here. I like this area. The world would be solved very quickly if everyone agreed to just shut the fuck up and sit down. Let the system burn out. Make the wheel stop turning. They're telling me all hope is lost. It's about 30 degrees. The water will be freezing. We have an early winter. I did not get to make my album, but I know the biggest lesson I've learned this year was about patience. The biggest lesson I learned this year was patience. I know even if it doesn't seem like it's going well and that time is getting cut short, maybe I ran out, winter's approaching, it's 30 degrees out right now, there's snow coming down in early October. I've shown you guys where I'm at. It might be different for you. You might be in a different area, but at least where I'm living in New England. Is that a siren? I just heard sirens in the back of my mind. At least where I am, it's very rare to find someone that's speaking. And when you go in public, they're all possessed. They're walking around like literal robots. Something about the freedom that I emanate that comes to me, that I've known how to create and cultivate by pulling through the ether. If that's the case, something about that triggers entire networks. This is one of those mountain towns where everyone is trapped. So I at least helped the people that I influenced, or I influenced the people that I met along the way. There were tons of people that needed what I had to offer, the value I provided. I showed people a difference in what they're used to. My biggest enemy was power and corruption from people that are taking advantage of others. This place specifically values keeping everyone locked down and giving power to people with perceived authority in a system that was created to rape the indigenous. But I found needles in the haystack, and they helped me. I came here. In the movie Talk to Me, when it talks about what it's like going through hell, is that you're a wandering spirit in the darkness that just goes through the void until you get called into an environment when people want to speak to demons, and then all of a sudden you're there, and then you can experience life for the little bits of time that those people allowed you into the area. And I saw something like that. Some people call it remote viewing, where they transferred me into a streamer's live. There's an event going on where they put me in for a second, and I could see the the current king of content, probably FouseyTube, and they're not a tree, so they can't access the things I can access. So I had the choice to adopt him. Do I want to adopt Fousey? I think he'd just take it and convert it. I don't want to ride downtown. Something's telling me to go. Some big bright light hit my head and told me to go downtown. And whatever it was so powerful, it started shaking up my pineal gland. I got a jolt in my pineal gland, and it said, go downtown. Which I don't want to do. What's downtown? It fit my theme. It's probably a pretty girl. And I could be like, hey, what's up? How about one moth or butterfly around my face, like they do all day? If I get one moth or butterfly, I will go downtown. If not, I just wanted to ride around. I saw that there's a group of homeless people that want to steal my stuff. Tomorrow I'm packing up and moving. It's getting too cold. I need a job, or I won't survive. It's about 30 degrees out right now. If I want to survive. I felt like an old man my entire life. You guys know that feeling when you got too old and the kids had moved on and the kids are in a world that you don't understand because the world that you came from has left. I felt that way since I was born, even hanging around old people. Even when I was hanging around elders, I felt like I was outdated and that they're all young compared to me, that they don't understand what I have inside. You feel me? It's a Saturday. There's a bar. I just don't feel like I'd find anything fun at the local bar. And I don't have enough money for it anyway. So I rode around. If I get a shooting star, or I get an obvious like giant moth flying right to left in front of my face, I will go live and I'll go downtown and show you guys what it's like. If not, it is 30 degrees here. It's cold. It feels like my fire is going out and I'm slowly fading. If I failed, can I get a shooting star? If I failed my purpose and I wasted my life compared to what it could have been, can I get a shooting star, please? I didn't get one. So we keep going.